I was over 300 pounds. 309 pounds, actually, to be exact. I just kind of want to go over where I was started off my journey and how I felt and everything to where I'm at now, since I'm starting off this channel where you guys haven't seen me or know from, where I started. So I started off at 309 pounds. I went to the doctor and I was able to get on Zepbound, and I started off that part at 305 pounds. And this is the heaviest I've ever been in my life at that point, okay? Started off with the 2.5, went to the 5, went to the 7.5 for 2 months, and now I'm almost at the end of my month on the 10, which is probably where I'm going to stay, to be honest. This seems to be my sweet spot. So I started off and I didn't really think there was a problem, okay? I was so used to being the weight I was that honestly, I could still, from when I was fit and, everything, I could still, even at 305 pounds, I could still do everything that I did before. I could still go hiking. I could still swim. I could still go, play at the park with kids. My issue was I tired out extremely, extremely fast. And I think at that weight, the only reason I could still do the things that I did before was because I haven't always been, yes, I've been like this for several years, but I hadn't always been like that. So maybe it was muscle memory. I don't know. Anyway, it was bad. I have double back rolls at 305 pounds. I got tired so easy. There were a lot of days, the depression, the feeling upset, the feeling sad, not really knowing why, feeling like my house was always messy, like I couldn't really get control of myself in a sense, if that makes sense. And, extremely big, it was sad. Even before, and I remember thinking that even before being 305 pounds, when I was like 280 pounds, was what I weighed the last time I think I went to Silver Dollar City, in the U.S. in Missouri. And even at 280 pounds, there was a few rides. I fit on all the rides, but barely. There was a couple of rides where I almost had to get off. And it was horrible. So I can only imagine what it would have been like at 305 if I tried to go. So basically it was awful, and I got on the Zepbound. I started losing weight. I am currently, as of the day before yesterday, so Wednesday, right, the day before Thanksgiving, I don't want to weigh now after Thanksgiving. I was 263.6. That's what I have lost in about, the 2.5, the 5, 2 months of the 7.5, in about 4.5, almost 5 months. I went from 305 to, or 309, whatever, to 263.6 or 0.3, whatever. And the differences have been a lot. Like, I still have a long ways to go, of course, but I have actually lost quite a bit, in terms of more than just weight. The weight has been a good chunk, but not like, for me, it's more so the other things that have gotten better, like, as is what I mean when I say losing quite a bit. I have noticed my arms, it is loose skin on the arm. I may or may not have loose skin on my stomach when I do get down. Hold on, I'm trying to stand up. The top is still, I don't like, but it's like most of the fat's coming from like my extremities, I guess, and the lower stomach, if that makes sense. So that's where things seem to be coming from first. And believe it or not, besides being a little puffy from eating yesterday, wow, I am pretty puffy. Anyway, and I think I'm getting sick, so I'm puffy, but my face is actually slimmed down as well. What else? And yes, my place still gets messy sometimes. But in all honesty, the biggest thing has been mental stuff that has improved. And some, physical things. Sorry, cats. Have improved really well too. For instance, like, not always waking up feeling sad for no reason or feeling sad during the day. I still have, regular life stuff that makes you sad, but it's like, it's weird, you know, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if anyone can understand what I'm trying to say, but just the fact of being able to feel like I can function like a regular adult. You know, I do have a skin condition that has been getting a lot better since losing weight as well. Still a problem, but not, you know, like it was. And just the fact that I feel like I can mentally and physically tackle the struggles of the day or whatever, like, I'm not explaining this very well. This is going to be a horrible second video on this channel, but I don't know. I'm hoping you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. I don't really know how to put it into words. But the fact is, a lot of those mental health issues that people have and a lot of those problems, I'm not saying they're going to go away completely, but you'd be surprised at how much better they get with just being able to live a healthier lifestyle, food, exercise, regular day-to-day interactions with other people, just getting better, a more better, well-rounded self. You know, it helps so much. So I have a cat sitting right here. You guys are propped up in a windowsill, the upper part, and my kitty cat. Put you back on the windowsill. So the whole goal of this channel is, like I said before, is just simply going to be just kind of documenting everything, seeing where I'm at. I'm going to weigh today because it is the day after Thanksgiving. It is Friday. And my thing is, keep in mind, I was 263.6 the day before yesterday. I've been doing really well. I did decide to eat. And what I've heard from people is that after, like, if someone backslides or just has a day of whatever eating and they've been doing really well, that their weight can seem like it goes up several pounds, but it kind of evens out and goes back to what it was after a few days, like whether it's salt intake, like water. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. My floors are not very even. Hold on. This is not working. Okay, I found it. I found the spot. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, 265.2. So it would have went up just like a little over a pound, like maybe a pound and a half. So I'm assuming with getting it back into eating right after yesterday and being able to, you know, exercise and everything, that it should go back. That shouldn't be hard to like get off of there. I have my upcoming appointment on December 3rd to check the weight, check where I'm at, see what they want to do on the milligrammage, if they want to change it or not. I want to keep it at the 10. Like, I don't want to go up. It's been doing really well. I have noticed some other, you know. Okay, anyway, horrible second video. Sorry.